Here is a little bit on dashes and hyphens. You might call this or subtitle this "Hyphens are not dashes." There are two types of dashes. There's the M dash, that's M as in Mary. There's the N dash, N as in Nancy. And of course there's the plain old hyphen. I want to show you how you make an M Mary dash in Word. Let me type a sentence out here. Right after the S, no space, two hyphens, no space, and then a new word. Soon as I hit return, we've got an M dash created. Same thing. Here's how you do an N as a Nancy dash. Two hyphens, but spaces on either side. And of course then there's a plain old hyphen. Here's a typical standard use of M dashes. Look at the last 3 lines of this paragraph. It had grown into a good-sized village, several new stores, grocery, dry goods, shoe and hardware, having recently been opened. No spaces between the words and the M dash. This example is from 1924, and it is good American usage. Here's another more recent example, Maxine Hong Kingston's The Woman Warrior, published in 1975. Notice how the M dashes help to change and add to the logical development of the sentence. 19th and early 20th century texts can have punctuation in addition to the M dashes. You see some here. Again, when he was staying in the Catskill Mountains after his attack of pneumonia, under her charge, of course, he attempted to neglect her orders. Imagine the M dashes deleted, and you'll understand why the commas are there. The M dashes add an extra pause. In our editing, when we republish, we delete the commas but maintain the M dashes. See the M dash after the colon of the salutation. I'm not even sure how to explain this, but we delete it when we republish these sort of texts. The extra long M dash shown in the middle piece of dialogue here, probably 2 M dashes put together, is meant to show a pause in speech. We'd try to duplicate that when we republish. Modern magazine usage often uses N dashes, Nancy dashes, as seen here in the Taylor Guitar magazine Wood and Steel. Typically we use standard M dashes in our publications, but on occasion, going for a more modern or lighter effect, we will use N dashes. Here is one last example. Take a look at the second line. This is from a text that was designed and set up on a typewriter. Someone is using a hyphen. It looks close enough to an N dash, but this is non-standard usage. We would change this to an M dash when we republish. Briefly, let me show you how to put dashes in while in InDesign. You'll see the first sentence here that could use some dashes. Let's argue I wanted to put one right here. Place my cursor where it ought to be. Go to Type, Insert Special Character, Hyphens and Dashes, M dash. Same thing could be done here. Type, Special Character, Hyphens and Dashes, M dash. Of course, I don't need to go up to my Type drop-down menu every single time. I can simply copy with a Control-C or a Command-C once I've built an M dash, and then place it where I want. Say right here. Or right here. Pretty straightforward.